Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 29. I'm talking about episodes 8 through 13. Now, in this set, there's about two or three episodes this thing has a very similar plot thread. Making children extremely lazy. Just cuz. Now, the first one involves sports. And we have a sports monster who is mostly kind of like a baseball themed monster because we gotta have baseball themed monster because it's Super Sentai. So this guy, of course, like all of the Egg Ghost monsters, they pretty much have a human form. Well, all but one of these guys, yes, a human form. So this guy wants to create, basically has this prodigy club to make these kids very much more talented. So he takes one of the kids who is a backup pitcher, or at least a relay pitcher, and put him into a capsule. Now, when I saw it, I was like, wait, is that the same capsule from Jack? I'm like, it probably is. I'm sure Toei probably had it lying around someplace. I mean, it's pretty much the same tube. They just reused it for this particular show, which is quite interesting. I've never heard of this, but this is probably the first time I've seen this for this series because I haven't watched Go Ranger yet. The entirety of Go Ranger. Where they use an actual prop from a previous Super Sentai in this one. Where they turned a mannequin into a duplicate of the kid. Where this one's a lot stronger and he's partially a robot. Yep, and all the kids basically want to sign up for this. Now, one kid who I think is a friend of, I think it's Cossack, I think it is. For this one, yeah, I think it's Cossack because he gets a good amount of focus episodes. Him and Japan do get a good amount. Episodes 10 and 11, the first one's focused on Kenya, which I'll get to, so don't worry about that. So, they, like, we have it where Battlecast, like, who goes to interview the guy, disguised as a reporter, where he, like, plants him in his office, and eventually they do find out where, and eventually there's this camp, which looks like a lab, in the middle of nowhere. Okay? And when the first one, who they basically turn into this great pitcher, when he gets a tracker put in his arm, which, by the way, he does know this thing was put into his arm, and apparently this tracker is harmful toward him, and basically it got Battlefield J there pretty quickly. Yeah, because he thought, oh, destroy this thing, maybe they won't come. They did come, and they pretty much wrecked him, and then they wrecked his little brother, this robotic version of him. They took care of him and took care of the other guy, and that's it. Kind of a very odd one, to say the least. Next one is interesting. This one's focused on Japan. This is actually his turn. Where we have this, starts off with these guys who claim they're from Battle Fever, and they steal guns. That is their thing. They steal guns. What is the purpose of stealing guns? I have no idea. Also, apparently the person running this thing is a woman who is basically an ice monster. Yeah, seriously, it's an ice monster. Though they refer to it as an icicle monster. Yeah, but it's literally an ice monster. And one of the thieves, this is quite interesting though, he's actually an old friend of Japan's. He actually goes to talk to him, apparently went to high school with him, and went to go live with his sister and little brother. Yeah, so goes to, well, his little brother gets sick, and apparently he needs replacement kidneys, so he decided to rob these places and sell the guns, get the payment for it. And eventually they do track down the icicle monster. Like, this thing even tried to even stop the police by, get this, freezing the road. Yes, freezing the road. Not only for the police, but also for Cossack. Yes, so, because, well, Japan drives a car. He's the only one who drives the car, surprisingly. And I'll get to a minor complaint about Miss America when I get to the finish up here. So they do eventually take in the monster to basically slice it up. Apparently, these monsters just stand around. This one, while it's basically about, just stands around while it's being sliced up Battlefield Robo, and eventually it's destroyed. Now, next two episodes are focused on Kenya. First time in the series focused on him. The first monster we have is, in fact, the Naman monster. Yeah, where, get this, they want to get their hands on these elephant bones. Now, I've never heard of this elephant at all. And this geologist simply is finding these things. And these bones are being taken by Egos for reasons. They want to convert to energy for some reason. And even do a similar thing I did with an episode number 8, where, oh, we had this magical place you want everybody to go to. Oh yeah, almost forgot. They try to kill the kids by basically blowing up a cave. But luckily, my favorite Jay stopped them before Sports Master had to kill them. Well, Sports Monster, excuse me. I think if Sports Master of DC Comics. This one is very similar to that, where instead of like blowing up just because Battlefield J shows up, they claim, oh yeah, this is an elephant graveyard. I've never heard of elephant graveyards before. Yeah, and the guy who's basically the kind of like the guy who's been doing this for, who is the expert, he's never heard of this particular one before, so he speaks something fake, and yeah, it's a fake. And then of course the guy is eventually destroyed, and well, and here's this. The base story was actually accidentally discovered by these kids who basically go to this mountain, which apparently is where this massive grave is, and they just happen to go inside of a cave, and yeah, they go inside of a cave, and just by sheer coincidence, they just happen to come. They don't go into the actual room itself, but just by sheer coincidence, that the cave they just happen to go in is the very cave that the elephant monster is using. Okay. And then eventually he's lowered out. But the weird thing is, it kind of looks like he's just come outside of a building, and later on he's in a rock quarry. I thought this was kind of weird. Maybe it's a weird shot. And eventually he's taken out. Next one is more Battle Kenya stuff with a Cobra monster. Now, unlike most of the monsters in this series, we do get a chance to do their creation. This is one of those where we don't see that. It's done off screen. Yeah, I forgot to mention. Okay, the way that they create monsters in this series is that you have Saint Agros have this sort of this birthing pod. He basically fires a tube into it and fires some energy, and we have this weird thing, kind of thing, the monster, and eventually it comes out, and it's like not covered in goo, whatever, just perfectly fine. But this is how all the monsters are created in the series. Also, this one does not have the thing where you see in other series, like in Power Rangers, we have some kind of basically additional thing, like element to make these things go giant size. Here, don't do that. Basically, you have the regular monster, and you have a robot. That's basically what we got here. Oh, the Cobra one, stealing pets to make kids sad. Yeah, this one I was not really a big fan of. Not because the Kenya stuff. Oh no, he was perfectly fine this episode. It was the 3 kids, excuse me, who apparently would rather help out the animals instead. You can help out the animals when you're not working on your work. You can do it like after class. Why the heck would you do it during class for? And at one point, teachers got no problem with them doing this. By the way, the teacher, I got handed to the people who casted her. Like, damn, this teacher's hot. Yep. Though I'm sure the woman's probably older now. She's probably in her 50s or 60s by now. But damn, this woman's actually pretty good looking. Yeah, and here's the weird thing about this teacher. She disappears by halfway through the episode. Oh yeah, definitely. And there's not much to the woman who basically plays her. I mean, appearance wise, she must have been in her early 30s when she basically played. She must be like 60s or 70s by now. It's. Oh, okay. So. Oh, she passed away. Because I'm looking at the Anime News Network of who this woman is. Yeah, I do recognize her. She actually was in Battle Fever J. She's also a voice act. I think this is her. Yeah, I'm trying to find a little bit of info on the actual person itself. So apparently she passed away in like, let's see, she passed away in 2013. So it must have been at the time. She must have. Well, okay. So it looks like she was possibly about 33 when she did this episode. But damn, she was definitely good looking at the time. So, as for why she stopped here in this episode, I have no idea. So, make children sad for reasons. And of course, Kenya thinks, oh yeah, there's a pet thief, and nobody takes him seriously. Like 2 straight episodes, apparently no one takes him seriously. Like in the last one, he has three. He has France, he has Miss America, and he has one Aegis to help him with the elephant bones. And they rather just relax instead of helping him. And of course, well, he gets wounded, and well, I'm sure that probably the general probably treated him off screen. This one wasn't as bad per se. He did ask, and he was given permission to do it. So, and oh yeah, here's the thing. This is the second Cobra themed monster I've seen so far in the Super Sentai. I don't know if Go Ranger had it or not. I have no idea. But Cobra, snake monsters are definitely very common from what I can tell in Super Sentai. Oh yeah, and the thing is, unlike the last one, which actually had venom whenever it bite people, this one, no, it just bit people. It never actually, let's just say, never actually poisoned people. Just basically, oh, bite them. It's a snake monster. And apparently, he went to the pets and the food. Oh yeah, even the robot bird who brought the episode first part of the episode. Even this one plays a small role in the episode. Excuse me, or Lorat Egos. And eventually, the monster is eventually defeated. Yep. Now you might ask, okay, what about the last monster here? Well, this one is a weird one. This is the egg monster. Actually, no, before I get to that one, we have Monsters of Rasuka, which, oh boy, they were really lazy with the monster costume for this one. It's just a woman wearing like like a veil and other garments. I'm like, this is your monster. Man, Toei, you must not have cared about this one. So this one is a flower. It's a daughter of Agos. Like they've had a. This is probably by far. Let's see. Of the ones that are woman, let's see. I'd say it's been like 2 or 3 at most. Yes, and this one also poses as a teacher. Yes, a teacher. Very lovely one at that. Oh, she's not that bad looking of a teacher. No, she isn't. And unlike the other one, this one I think is still alive. Yeah, from what I can tell, this woman is still pretty much alive. I have no idea how old she is. Yep, so she poses as a teacher, which I think she has a pretty good job with this. And her thing is, oh, let's have children turn against their parents. For reasons. Because apparently Egos does not like the family concept. Okay? Yeah, and she hypnotizes people. Oh, yeah, and it's later revealed that the hypnosis is temporary. And she does have a defect. Mud. Yep, mud. So much mud in her, she basically starts falling apart. And, like, oh yeah, by the way, her human form is her taking off her outfit. Yeah, seriously. I'm like, couldn't you make a flower-based monster costume suit toy? Seriously? This is lazy. Yeah, by far, of all the monsters I've seen in the series, this is by far the laziest monster design I have ever seen. Yep, and eventually, of course, she's defeated. Everybody turned back normal. The last one is by far the most bizarre one I've seen. The egg monster. Which, okay, we have this fried egg strategy. And instead of turning human like the other ones do, this one transforms into a rooster with a golden crown on it, which I thought was kind of weird. Eventually, it's captured. And then it starts laying eggs, which is something that roosters do not do. They don't lay eggs. Chickens do. What type of eggs? Golden eggs. And this is your plot for this episode. Fried eggs, which I look at these things, they look like sunny side up eggs. Me, I prefer scrambled eggs over sunny side up. That's just my opinion, anyways. Yeah, to me, this is not healthy, but I'm sure in Japan it's perfectly fine. So they eat this thing. Oh yeah, this father of this kid. Apparently he twisted his waist, which I personally have never done that before. Aren't you saying your hips bother you? So why the heck are you complaining your waist is bothering you? This makes no freaking sense at all. I personally have never heard of anybody twisting their waist, their waist. I have people twisting their ankle, their knee, but the waist? Seriously? Oh yeah, the reason? He's a golfer. They eat the fried eggs, and instead of basically doing a studying, oh yeah, just play. No studying. Basically, make these kids very lazy. And eventually, there he's dragged down from the actual farm he's at, and well, he's taken out. By the way, this episode focused on Cossack. This one, and what about the last episode? Just Cossack again. Yeah, he gets a lot. He gets a lot of focus on these ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And eventually, of course, the egg monster's defeated. Though at least they actually managed to slice apart his staff, and he takes out the egg that was on top of it to use it as a weapon. I thought that was kind of cool. Yep. Okay monster design, but the story itself is pretty weak at best. But there's one thing I want to say before I end this about Miss America. Boy! Like, 13 episodes in, and she is useless. Like, okay, we have it where apparently they have Battlefield J contact headquarters asking Miss America, and she's clearly on the line, but apparently, like, oh, we need Miss America. Is like, right away. Don't they recognize that's their teammate? Like, really? Like, was it supposed to be somebody else, and the person was unavailable, so they decided to do that for some reason? Yeah, and the thing is, I don't know if the next 13 episodes. Now I know she's gonna leave pretty soon. This particular actress, due to over the fact she couldn't, because her Japanese was terrible. Yeah, because her Japanese was terrible, so they moved her in place with a different actress. But yeah, not much time before she leaves. Yeah, she leaves with. Let's see, what is her last appearance? 24, so we got about 11 more episodes of her. Yep, just 11 more episodes of the original Miss America. Diane Martin, played by Diane Martin. Yep, just 11 more left, and that's it for her. So in the next couple videos, basically, I'll cap off her run. And They actually do replace one other person. I'm not going to say who it is. The only reason why I mentioned her because she has not many appearances left. Yep. But not much else to say. It's good. Okay, so that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for tomorrow for my review for more about Super J and Shaman King, and presumably maybe a comic corner. Okay, so next video. Bye.